everyone. So today we'll be talking about masks in Cambodian classical dancing. And so for this lesson, all you'll need is a paper and pencil and something to color and draw with. So if you remember from previous lessons, we talked about the swa and the yet, and these two roles use masks. And there's actually a name for the performance that uses masks, and it's called Lakhon Khol. And this is basically a theatrical masked dance performance that is performed in Cambodia. And if you remember from lesson 6, when Hanuman wore a mask and then they told the story of Hanuman and Papier-mâché, then it's an example of Lakhon Khol. And yeah, so today we'll be looking at some examples of other masks in Cambodian dancing, and we'll also see how a mask is made, and then you'll try designing a mask. So now we'll look at some other examples of masks, and then you'll also see in this image that Hanuman is here as well. And you remember Hanuman from the story of Hanuman and Papier-mâché. He appears in Papier-mâché, and then you also see Yet in here too. Riam-a-so is here, and Riam-a-so appeared in Moni-Mekala, and he fought over the magical crystal ball, if you remember. And now two questions to think about while you look at these masks are: one, how are they different? You can see how there's some female characters in here as well. There's swa, there's yet in here, and the designs are very different from each mask. And then two, how would you describe each mask? For example, what kind of facial expressions do you see on each mask? What kind of colors are used? So now we'll look at how masks are made. So first, there's a clay mold that is formed, and this clay mold creates the shape of the mask. And then very carefully, paper is applied to this clay mold using adhesive, and this is called papier-mâché. And then you can see here, this is what it would look like after the paper is dried. But of course, this shape might be different based on what mask you're making. And then the mask is decorated. And you can see that there's the added layers on top of the mold, and that creates the design. And then finally, the mask is painted. So he paints the layers with gold to represent the crown and metal parts of the mask. And then yeah. So if you're interested in seeing more of how the mask is created, and also if you wanted to watch the video that these pictures are taken from, this video is actually called The Mask, short documentary about Cambodian mask dancer. And this was actually, I found it on YouTube. So yeah, I highly recommend you could check it out. Okay, so now I'll provide two images of masks, and you could either choose one to draw on a piece of paper using a pencil, and try to draw the designs and the shape of the mask using your pencil and paper, or you could also look up some examples of masks on your own if you would like to draw something else. And yeah, and so just try to draw the design and the shape and try decorating it while basing it off of the actual mask as much as you can. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you at the next lesson.